Everyone, and welcome to another Viscera vid. Today we've got some new stuff on this new Age of Fear that we're going into. We're going to get some information on that. I'm going to give you a little tips and tricks and maybe what to do. I don't know. We're all doing this together, right? We're trying to figure out as we go along. If you completely disagree, that's awesome. Let me know because it's more information for us, right? This is just kind of where I'm going with this and what I'm looking for. So, like I said, if you disagree, let me know. It's interesting to hear different viewpoints and stuff like that. I want to know your feedback. So, what I'm getting from this is that we have these different things now that are called boosts, right? So every day you have this time accruing, right? So it tells you how long until it's maxed out. You want to make sure you collect all before that max point, right? So that you're not losing out on resources. So this is a way for them to now they have the strike pass thing. This is another way to get you to log in daily and do your stuff so you're not missing out on things, as well as like the energy refreshes and stuff like that. They have things scattered throughout the day, all starting at different times. Battle World one time, Crucible one time, War one time, Arena Payout one time, the refreshes for energy one time, end of the day one time. Now they just added something else, right? That you can actually set because when you collect it, so if you notice collect, it goes back to zero. So it goes back to zero, so that starts your clock over. So just know that, like, if you're not going to be on the next day or whatever, set that clock at a time before you're going to be on the next day, so that it starts back at zero. Um, what they did with this the roster rank. Let's go into this stuff. So right. So the panic characters give 2 times. Fear characters give you 5 times. The reason for that is there's a lot more panic characters than there are fear characters. There's also this anxiety and terror. We'll go into the types and stuff here in a second. But the info on this that they give you really is kind of lame. It's really like broken down in a way that's really basic, but it's just basically the bigger CP total collection power you have, the more points you get for this. The points that you get for this is how you rank up. When you rank up, it's just going to give you extra bonuses. So as you see, this collects all really quickly, right? It goes over and over again. So these are the actual points that you're going to use in order to go, the different levels of the boosts. And these things are also going to do this, but it's for the higher levels. So once you get past 5, which is going to take a while. So this stuff accumulates slower, right? They always do that where the higher stuff accumulates slower, because it gives you a bigger chunk. If they did it fast, then people, as soon as they get there, would just blow through the next one, right? Going from 6 to 10. Or they make it an insurmountable number, so you're never going to get there. So the fact that they make it less is actually a good thing, because you're going to accumulate a lot over time. So what these boosts are is here. They give you a boost level of 1% health, armor, damage, focus, resistance. You can go up to 10, and then you'll go, this is 1 to 5, and then you'll go 6 and up from there on. So once this is 1 to 10. So once you get to 5, this will change from the green to the blue, basically, and you go 6 to 10 with the blue essences. You have to unlock one of each of these in order to move up the next level in one of them. And there's anxiety, panic, fear, terror, right? They show you the different kinds. And the terror, of course, costs more because the terror are more limited characters. The fear and the panic are really the ones that you have the most of. And then anxiety is another one there's not really a lot of. So we can kind of go into that first. Let's look at that. So we go characters here. It's just going to be in traits where you find this, right? As you going down, you're going to see anxiety, right? So these are more of your raid teams. There's a few that aren't, right? I mean, you're seeing kind of a mix of characters, but you're going to have Thunderbolts in here. You have Vigilantes in here. Your skill. It looks like Shadow King's team is in here. Astral. Yep, there they are. All of them. Aaron or Absolute A Force is here. Night Stalkers is also here. So you got Night Stalkers, Vigilante, Thunderbolts are 3 raid teams. So if you're big into raid, this might be the first one that you're going to want to go to because that's 3 out of 5 of those. Looks also Beast, Jean Grey. So you have Uncanny is here as well. So that's actually 4 raid teams that are in this one. So if you're interested in that, that might be a way to go. We have Fear coming up next. So again, you just kind of scroll down. You can do this with me in your game if you want to. This is the shitty daring warriors that they have here. Winter Guard though is here, which is an amazing war team, but they're probably going to be buffed as well in your account the most. Noel, Jeff, the Land Shark, the stuff like that, and then the new team that just came out, the Executioner team, Shadow Conclave or some stupid name like that. They're out, so that's in this one. If you notice, Nova is here, but not the Starjammers, right? That's kind of interesting. It's Chumpions, but not the Starjammers. So that's kind of interesting with that. And yeah, you got your whole Redcon team, that whole team, stuff like that. So we're going to go back. We're going to clear this, and we're going to look for the next one, which is Panic, I believe. Yeah, Panic. So Panic. So here you got Fantastic Four. You got Demon Hillstrom, right? This is what I'm looking because I want to one-shot those profs. Secret Warriors, right? Huge war team. Insidious, another raid team, right? Rachel Summers, so Hellfire is here, another raid team. Sunspot, he's got his team. Don't really need to gear him very much. Undying, another great war team. If you have built immortal weapons, right, for raids, or new mutants for Crucible, or Accursed. I think it's Accursed here. Yeah, Accursed is here as well. So there's those ones, right? If you like Crucible, there's a couple really good teams there, right? Accursed, New Mutants, really good in Crucible. So that might be something you're interested in. If you like War, of course, you have Winter Guard, Brimstone, F4 for defense, Secret Warriors, and Undying, right? And then you also have Insidious, which, is War, defense, or offense, kind of either way, right? So, I mean, you have some good options there. Also, Rachel for defense, Helverine for defense. So you have some good options there, right? All right, so let's look at the last one. So the last one is Terror. And as you can probably surmise already, Terror is a generalized, right? These are your Mega Omega tunes, right? And then your legendary stuff that are, Phoenix Force. These guys that really don't have a use. You kind of wish they were. Quasar does, but the other ones really don't have a use. Sentry's really been lackluster at best. Thunderstrike, his own raid isn't coming around, which they made for him, so I don't understand that. Galactic bullshit basically is crap. Minerva's coming around though. She's going to be here soon with Cole and their team, so that's one maybe to look forward to, coming out here soon. Really looking forward to see the Minerva rework. I'm kind of curious when they get these tunes that are in both sections with teams, what they're going to start doing with that when they get the other chapters. They'll probably switch them over. So anyway, so yeah, these are going to reset every time and start over with these points. So what I'm doing right now, and I'm sure you can kind of tell by the way that I was talking, where I'm kind of leaning to, but I'm going to be leaning towards the Panic. I think that's probably the one that's going to get me the most bang for my buck. The reason for that is Damon is there to counter basically Professor X teams in war. Fantastic Four is there to be on defense in war. Insidious in raids, of course, is great. Also in war, they can do things. Secret Warriors is one that in war you want it to be able to beat Winter Guard. So that's an important one to have. Emma is just a plug and play just about anywhere. So that's going to be great. Hellfire is something that, again, is a raid team. It's one that I struggle with because I don't want to upgrade the characters for it as much as they need. So maybe that'll help me in raids. And then Undying. They already have a boost in war right now, but they're the team. So anything that helps them, I think, is a help for all of us. And then there's, this crap team at the bottom down here. Be something. Maybe I won't have to upgrade him as much to get him to actually do things. So that might actually make me happy. This is also like one of my lower accounts, so that's what that's for. So, anyways, so that's what I'm kind of looking at. So that's the roster and those kinds of information. Now, how do we get them, right? So, of course, they're going to give them in the stupid web store because they want you to go there every day to visit their web store 15 times a day so they get all the hits, so they get all the monies, the human monies. But what they're looking for is for you to go here. We'll go back because I already collected the end. I don't want to collect these. They're going to give out this probably just one time, but they are here. They're probably going to get them in the other things there, but as you can see, you can collect there, collect all, right? A little bit and a lot. And then they get this one where they're going to give you this boost. You get 50,000, I think, on the web store. So that's a free one-time gift that they're going to give you. And then if you can see here, as you go along in the battles, they're going to give you, there's 300, 300, 300. So they give you quite a bit in here as you go through. We'll see just how far down we can get on this. Free, it doesn't look like it. It looks like that's probably where it's going to end. And that 240 mark is probably where we're going to end for free to play. Maybe even 200. Maybe in there somewhere is where you land if you're playing free. So you might miss out on probably 600 of those, 1,000 cores, and of course the 3.5s, because they don't give that to anybody that doesn't spend on their game. So yeah, that's probably going to end unless you're like big sweaty, right? And you do these objectives that nobody wants you to do or that you don't want to do, like, you know, these Exalted X-Men, High Evolutionary at 5. Like, you know, the ones that spend money. That's the ones that are going to get these, which, I mean, it makes sense, right? It's what it's about. The ones that spend on the game should get more shit. I do agree with that. Why it's here for us to see when we can't get to it, I don't get that at all. It should be in a totally different section. You've paid, now you've unlocked this other milestone that you get to see that stuff. I don't want to have to look at it every time I go into the game. Or a little button that says click on more. So you click it one time, you see, okay, that's if I spend 20 bucks, I can get there. Cool. But if I don't spend that 20 bucks, then I don't have to see it all the time. Yeah, it's just annoying. It's just annoying. So anyway, so this is one place you can go to get it. I'm sure they're going to have other events and stuff like this up in the milestones. They'll probably have some events that'll lay out things like that. I'm not really sure what that's going to look like, but what I wanted to do is I wanted to go through, I wanted to collect, go into war and see what it actually does. I've unlocked it on a couple of my main accounts, but I haven't done anything on these ones to really show what it looks like. So I want to see what that is. So we're going to collect all. I already said I know what I'm kind of going to do as far as where to put them. So we're going to go here. We're going to go to boosts. It already collected. Okay, cool. Or maybe not. Or maybe it's frozen. Anyways, we're going to go to boosts here. It says I have 89K. That's quite a bit. We're going to go to panic, right? The first thing I'm going to want to do is I'm going to want to do damage. That's the whole point of having Damon is for damage. So we're going to do damage. And we're probably going to go armor for the kickback. And see if I have any more points. I do. So let's go focus to remove stuff, resistance, so I don't get removed. So now I need 45k more in order to get health, and then I can move up to chapter tier 2. I don't know why they go chapter tier and rather than just chapter or tier, but requires chapter tier 2. It's 2 words, whatever. So anyway, so we got that. I still don't understand why that has it. There we go. Collect all. Okay. We're done. We've collected. Okay. That took forever. So now let's go into war. So what we're going to see first off, while we're here, what we should see, and we don't see. That's interesting. Oh, no, here we go. We have a couple. They're not all on the top. That's why. So you can see here on Mr. Fantastic, right? This little one. So we go into his thing. Here, the one where the overpowered kind of stuff was. You can see here, it's all glitchy probably. I'm sure there's other background stuff here, but you know, having blue stacks and stuff like this, like they like to glitch out so we don't see the background. But it's a floating 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, right? Okay, so that's the boost, right? So it says to boost, you can go there. I like that you can click from just about anywhere to go to the boost. I wish they did that to be able to upgrade characters, but the boost is important to them. So they got that set, so it does that now. So let's look at where our Damon is. Yeah, there he is. Okay. So he's got the little boosty. So we're looking for this one here, right? That's kind of what we're looking for. So let's go into war. The load screen is kind of cool. I like this smashing thing, by the way, Scopely. Good job with that. I think that's kind of cool. Kind of like going into battle, but you said we're going to have a wait screen, and we have a wait screen, which is weird. It's just here instead of where it was before. And if you have a bunch of stuff going on your computer or your phone at the same time, it does this where it gets kind of stuck. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it really did the purpose that you want it to do, right? So, yeah, I think that just froze up on me. Okay. Anyways, so yeah, we collected here. Let's go here, and let's collect all here. Let's do this. Okay, this one's not in live war, so we'll go to this account and do this one instead. So we go here. We got our boosts. Collect. Collect. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to go boost. We're going to go panic. We're going to say yes to armor. We're going to say yes to damage. And then we should have enough for both of these. Beautiful. Okay. So now we're going to go back. We're going to, that went all the way back. We see the Daemon there at 1. Perfect. All right, let's go over to war. Here's the smash. Let's see if this one wants to load in. Okay, the circle's actually moving, and then it froze, and then it's moving. Yay, we can go. All right. All right, so here we are in war. So we're going to go into the flight deck 2 here. We're going to go just look at this team. This is what we're going to do. And let's see what pops up. Look at this. So Daemon has this little boost, right, for damage in war. So it's active here in war. And it says some places it's not active, some places it is, right? So it's active in war. So we know that. That's a beautiful thing. So let's exit out of there, and let's go look at arena, right? So if we're going to go to arena, we're going to fight this guy here. As you can tell, I really don't care about arena. Look at this. We got the boost in arena. Okay, so there's your Fantastic Four. If you are, caring about arena, you got Fantastic Four with their boosts, right? So think about teams like that. And of course, yeah, that's going to be the Terror. But, Professor X and stuff like that already has like those big boosts. So doing something like that isn't really a necessity. Let's look in raids. So we're going to go join our raid, right? Join our strike team. Let's see, what account is this? This is Baby Viz. This is going to be the bottom left. So that means I'm in this lane right here. So let's go look and see what we have. No boosts. No boosts in raid. So I wonder what teams are going to be boosted in raid. And remember, I'd said that there's some teams, right? There's a lot of teams in a couple of those. So I'm sure it's going to be one of the other ones that are boosted in raid. And then maybe they're not boosted here, but maybe they're boosted in Annihilation. So let's go look in the Annihilation raid. We're going to join. We're going to go down. We're going to go to lane 4 where we're supposed to be. Difficulty 8. Yeah, let's just do that. That's fine. It's only Vigilante allowed. So let's lower the difficulty and see if we can see if it's live here. Just so I can see other teams that I've already given this thing to. Yeah, launch 4. Let's see, who else would be in that? I'm sure you can sort, right? So let's sort, panic. You can see pretty fluid with this. Okay, so no boosts in raid. So you don't get boosts in raid, so don't worry about raid teams being part of that. They don't get the boosts. Okay, so you can already count that out of your mind. So war is important. I'm sure it's going to be live in Crucible because Crucible is where they make their money because that's where all the CCs want to go, whip their wallets out. We're going to call them wallets and compare sizes of how much they've spent. So Cosmic Crucible is probably going to be live with that. And then Battle World, I would think Battle World would be live. We won't know until it starts tomorrow, but I would think that'd be another way for it to go. So anyways, that's a quick rundown of what to do. Like I said, I'm going with Panic just because Daemon is an amazing character, and I want him to do more damage, and I want Undying to smash more things. I think that's probably the coolest way to go. And then Fantastic Four, I want him to be buffer on defense, of course, and I want him to be able to help me out when I want to do stuff in Arena. So, yeah, Panic is where I'm going. You make your choice. Tell me what your decision is and why you're going with it. If it's something different, let me know if you agree in the comments below. I'd really appreciate it. Anyways, one more thing as I go out. What I want everybody to not do is do not 7-star your old man Logan. Do not 7-star your old man Logan. You'll miss out on this event here, which gives you resources at the end of it. And you'll also miss out on this event right here that gives you resources. You got 19 hours to go. You spend Kanban energy. I know you don't get the shards of Emma and all that stuff, but you do get this. You do get this gold 500K here, a 600K there, 800K there, a million there, 2 million there if you want to go all the way to the bottom. It gives you T3s. It gives you, some of this ISO stuff. It gives you these mats that you need. So don't max out Old Man Logan. Make sure you're able to do this waistline event every time it comes along. So anyways, that's my little PSA at the end of my video. But thank you for watching. I do appreciate it. Please comment. Please like. Please subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. I don't get paid for this, but this shows me that you care. Until next time, I'm Viz. Tell it like it is. Peace.